Valley Metro is the transit agency of Phoenix, Arizona. This past June, they opened a southern extension of their light rail system. This new line provided enough trackage to split the system into two lettered lines. The B line runs on the newest segment of what has mostly been developed as a median-running light rail network with some elevated sections, and its central station being split around several blocks in the downtown core for connections with the A-line light rail as well as the bus network. Whereas the A-line heads east to Sky Harbor Airport as well as the cities of Tempe and Mesa, the B-line serves the city of Phoenix exclusively. Its north-south route provides LRT service to a greater percentage of residents. As we'll see on this ride, it runs through neighborhoods that represent a variety of stages of development, from established business districts to areas of redevelopment. From low-density residential neighborhoods near the fringes of the city on this initial southern segment, the line then moves about arts and uptown districts past downtown, finally setting itself into densely populated northern neighborhoods with plenty of strip malls and big box retailers. The city of Phoenix honestly seems somewhat light on traffic throughout its surface streets on this late morning in July. The LRVs seem to be running with traffic in the medians of city streets, rarely dwelling at traffic lights very long. While I wouldn't call it a design that seemed to give signal priority to trains, nothing seems so out of sync as to befoul the traffic systems of any of the neighborhoods and districts through which it ran.
Station, Southern and Central Avenue, South Mountain Community Center, exit to the left.
The stations have different vintages of styling depending on whether one utilizes the newest parts of the line on the south side of town, hops on or off around the stations on the curbed margins of downtown streets, or makes way to the shopping districts or park and ride facilities further north that were part of the line from its early years through the 2016 expansion to Metrocenter. All flavors of stations along the line have overhangs that are essential to surviving the nearly constant sunshine that lays down upon this desert city. Ticket machines, tap card readers, benches, artwork, and wayfinding are all also present throughout the line, and most stations I saw also featured public drinking fountains to beat the heat.
Roser and Central Avenue, exit to left.
LRT seems to complement the bus system here quite well, though future development of both rail and street running transit will be beneficial to establishing greater ridership. The network currently covers a great deal of the Phoenix and Mesa metro area, but does so on a semi-frequent basis similar to what I experienced at my main layover point of the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Wait times of 15 minutes between trains and 20 to 30 minutes between regular route buses is common, though more frequent bus corridors have been established as well as microtransit in 4 suburbs, as well as the city at large. The continued funding and operation of LRT in Phoenix has been met with an all too familiar level of political resistance. But Valley Metro overcame a ballot measure in the last decade that would have halted light rail funding, and the design and usability of the stations seem to suggest Valley Metro is seeking to provide something along the lines of a service that strives to demonstrate its better qualities. The presence of security staff along the line in both stations and within LRVs shows a commitment to livability that further backs up the presence of Valley Metro as worthy of further development and funding. From the airport, a transit-oriented tourist like myself can get to almost all points of cultural and historical significance, as well as to be connected with the city's vast amount of eateries and stores for all things consumable and necessary to enjoying one's time surviving in this desert metroplex.
Approaching station, Pioneer and Central Avenue, Rio Salado Audubon Center, exit to left.
I believe development of more frequent bus connections would be the next step in enhancing the usefulness of Valley Metro's LRT on this B line as well as the A line. It's not a terrible system as is, it's just held back from being more useful to folks who need a ride whenever, rather than wanting to follow a particular schedule. But when one's not on any schedule other than an evening flight back to the Midwest, Valley Metro manages to reliably connect wanderers like myself without too much waiting or walking in the ever-radiant desert sun.
Station, downtown Phoenix Hub at Central Avenue. Cityscape. Exit to right. Central Avenue, ASU Downtown Campus. Exit to left. Approaching station, Roosevelt and Central Avenue, Arts District, exit to left. Station, in Canton and Central Avenue, Herb Museum, exit to left. to left. Station, Mountain View Road and 25th Avenue, Rose Mofford Park. Exit to left.
The final mile for this line sees the B line headed over I-17 for a second time on our ride of the full B line.
Approaching station, Metro Parkway, Elder William Transit Center.
Metrocenter Mall, having recently been demolished, makes for an odd expanse of rubble, as well as acres of wonder about the future development of this roadside transit center that makes up the endpoint of the B line. Plenty of transit connections could be engineered in line with vehicle avenues and driveways to enhance the usefulness of this crosstown line's terminus. For me, I need to head down to ground level for a brief walk under the 113-degree Fahrenheit sunlight to the restroom, followed by the deli case at Walmart for sustenance before my movement back to Sky Harbor Airport over the afternoon to come. I would have liked somewhere a little more signature to town to go be able to eat, but when you're going on a transit focus, you take whatever you can get sometimes. That, as well as a tour of Arizona's old state capitol building, will be a part of a future video. I just want to take some time to appreciate how amazing it is that this entire mall that this line was designed to come to is now torn down. Just basically turning it into something else. For now, it's a hole in the ground. What will it be? I don't know. There ain't no Dillard's, no Sofa Factory, no Rainbow. It's all gone. Just a track going nowhere. However, there are transit-oriented roller coasters. Obliterated. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it over to Tempe, given that my flight starts boarding in like 5 hours. The time it just takes to get back downtown and all through all those stations, and then grab something to eat. I think I have to go straight to the airport after this. But first we're going to go to this transit-oriented Walmart, use the restroom, and then jump on the train going back. Thanks for coming along with me on this. That was a marathon ride, but it's a really nice looking system. Some of those stations are pretty close together, but you know, I'm glad it serves a lot of people. In a place like Arizona, of all places. Thanks for watching. We have a ham sandwich from Walmart. Absolutely not what I expected to be eating out here, but always a good backup when it's convenient. And I don't like to go into a place and use the restroom without buying something when I can afford not to. Let's head back to the train, get back into town, head over to the airport. Actually, next week we'll climb aboard Metrolink in Los Angeles for a ride on the Antelope Valley line. Until then, thanks for watching. Check out this video until I see you again.